What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and we are doing another unboxing video. This time around, it is a guitar I have waited for quite a while. It's had a couple of delays, but it's finally here and I'm very excited to open up. This is an 8-string guitar that is much different than any of the other 8 strings that I have on my beautiful wall back here. And as you can obviously see, this is a guitar from Balaguer Guitars. Before we get on, I just want to state that this video is not sponsored. Balaguer Guitars did not send this guitar over to me. I bought this one with my own money because I saw that they announced it last year, and I just thought it looked super sick, and I wanted to support it and buy one for myself, even though I definitely don't need a 12th 8-string guitar. Poorer decisions have been made. So let's go ahead and start opening up this box. This is a very heavy one and a very large guitar, and you're gonna see why in just a second here. Okay, so we have a gigantic hard case in here that we're gonna try to get out. I'm running out of floor space, but we're gonna see if we can do it anyways. Okay, so we have this massive hard shell case right here. It actually has Balaguer's logo on the side right there as well. Looks really nice. So we're gonna open this hard shell case up and see what we got. Okay, we're gonna have to do this on the floor, but let's go. Let's pop this case open and see what we got. Ah, okay, of course there's a bag on it. Let's get this off and then see what we got. Okay, let's go. Oh, you can start to see that headstock there. Yeah, you already know what it is. Damn, look at that. Okay, here we have it. This is from Balaguer Guitars, and this is one of their Typhon shaped guitars. Very similar to an Explorer, obviously. And the first thing you're gonna notice is that, of course, it's an 8-string and it's green. Now you can see why I bought this, right? I feel like it's pretty obvious. In addition to being the best color and also the best amount of strings, this is also Devin Shittaker from the Acacia Strain's signature guitar. I feel like it isn't that common for a deathcore guitarist to get a signature guitar as well, and I've listened to the Acacia Strain for a very long time, so you know what? At the end of the day, I just thought this one was too sick and I wanted it in my collection. So this guitar went up for pre-order around April or May of 2023, and you could order it as a 7-string or an 8-string. The 8-string came in this green finish, and the 7-string came in more of like a charcoal black gray finish, but you know, it's green, so obviously we went with this one. We are looking at a mahogany body with a flame maple veneer. This one has the satin see-through Bog Walker burst finish. I love that name. We have a roasted maple bolt-on neck with 22 stainless steel frets. Also an ebony fretboard with a moon inlay on the first fret there. We have Balaguer's extreme headstock shape there, in addition to locking tuners, which I think are just kind of Balaguer's own locking tuners. These ones aren't name brand. Other than that, we have lumen lace side dots on the side. Even though it is a roasted maple neck, it's painted satin black, which is interesting. Most companies, when they do a roasted maple neck, they want to show off that finish, but I mean, black looks cool too, and it kind of matches with the rest of this guitar, so I get it. We also have a 3-way pickup selector on the top, or I guess bottom horn there. We have the cauterizer pickup set, which was made by Balaguer, and the Hipshot Ibi 8-string bridge. So this is actually a bridge made by Hipshot that retrofits on Ibanez 8-string guitars. So I guess Devin liked that bridge and just wanted to use it on this one instead, since this obviously is not an Ibanez. Last but not least, we have a single volume knob, the proper amount of controls, and it is also a push-pull for coil split. Yo, Andrew from the future here. Something I forgot to mention in this video. Like I said kind of near the beginning, this guitar did have a few delays. I think originally it was slated for fall 2023, and it is now March 2024. So at first when this happened, I was a little bit annoyed because it was definitely quite past the expected delivery date, but I did kind of want to give a shout out to Balaguer and Devin Shittaker, because I think that the way they handled this was actually done quite well. It isn't something that everyone could have taken advantage of, myself included, but I thought it was really cool that they offered this. So basically what they did was, as compensation for those of us who ordered the guitar and having to wait longer than expected, Devin actually went ahead and offered a guest list pass to any of the Acacia Strain show for 2024. So that was something he didn't need to do, something the company didn't really need to worry about because, you know, delays happen, but I just thought it was pretty cool that they went out of their way to try and offer something to those who could take them up on that offer. Like I said, they didn't really have to do that. Delays happen even for production guitars like from Ibanez or Jackson or whoever else. those delays happen all the time. Like if you go to your local store and order something, you could be waiting for way longer than anticipated, and it's kind of just something that happens. So anyways, I just thought it was cool that Garret and Devin actually took the time and care to try and think of something they could offer for those who waited. And again, I personally couldn't take them up on this offer, unfortunately. I would love to go to that tour and see the Acacia strain live. I somehow never have, but I thought that was worth mentioning, so I just wanted to kind of insert that here. Okay, back to the video. Okay, so I've got the guitar plugged directly into my interface. You already know what we're gonna do. We're only gonna do high gain, rhythm tone, bridge, pickup only, because that's what I do 99% of the time. Let's hear how this guitar sounds in drop E. These are very interesting sounding pickups. They're a lot different than I feel like any other 8-string pickups that I have. Maybe the closest ones I can think of are in the Schecter Tau 8, which is John Brown from Monument's signature guitar. Very interesting pickups. They have that really like vowel-y sound. I don't know if that makes any sense. Describing pickups is so stupid, but that like bow, bow, that's dumb, but I feel like you get me. It's cool sounding. It's very different though. It sounds nasty, I'll give it that, damn. It also feels like the scale length might be 28 inches. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now because I don't actually know what it is off the top of my head. And from what I can see, it didn't say on the website, so I'm gonna hit them up and ask. That's not exactly right, but you know what I'm playing. Yeah, I don't know. I think this thing sounds sick on first impressions. Looking at it, I'm not really seeing anything that's jumping out at me as being like an error or something that's wrong with it in terms of quality control. It feels pretty solid. If I'm being like super picky, I guess you can't even see it on the camera. That's how little I can tell. There's like kind of some noticeable tool markings on some of the frets. This guitar was $1,500 US though, so honestly, I wouldn't really be too worried about that. I would kind of expect to see that on almost any guitar that's in this price range, so I'm not too concerned about that. There's definitely some noticeable neck dive as you would expect for a guitar of this type. Like if I let go, it's gonna stop recording apparently. But yeah, if you let it go, you know, obviously it's going to start leaning that way, which, you know, for a guitar of this body style and this many strings, I feel like is to be expected. If you're sitting it with a classical, it doesn't really matter. One thing that I do like is that sitting classical with this actually feels pretty good. I had one other 8-string style Explorer a long time ago that I borrowed from Fast Guitars, and I remember that one being very uncomfortable to play sitting in this position, which is how I normally like to play. So this one actually feels a lot better than that, and I think that's because the body is really, really thin. It's a lot thinner than most other Explorer type guitars that I've seen before or played before. And also it has a really nice belly carve here, which you can see. And that helps a lot with the comfortability as well. And also the fact that it has beveled edges is a massive plus. I do remember some other Explorer style shapes where this was not beveled, it just went straight out. And that was very, very annoying to feel that on your upper arm as you're picking. So having this bevel, even though it is a little bit small, helps a lot with comfortability. So that's really awesome that they added that in. And also it just looks sick, let's be honest. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed on first impressions. I think this guitar sounds and plays pretty awesome. Definitely a bit of a unique tone to it for sure. These pickups are a lot different than what I was expecting, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Again, I have a ridiculous amount of 8 strings as it is, so it's nice to have something that actually sounds different than a lot of my other guitars of this type. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full review or demo of this guitar. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. I wasn't really planning on doing that because I just kind of bought this one of my own accord because it was something I wanted. But let me know if you're interested and maybe I could do that anyways. Again, this video isn't sponsored by Balaguer or anything like that, but if you're interested in checking them out, their link is going to be in the description below anyways. I've worked with them in the past. They seem to be great people, so hey, might as well shout them out, right? Also, last but not least, a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen for most of my videos, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page. That's all I have to say for now. Stay tuned to this channel for more stupid, low-tuned content, and I'll see you next time.